the 4. Dick is out there with Davion Mitchell, and it's Pirtle in at the center position. And for Chicago, Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Champ in at the 4-man position. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital. And second chance points may just decide this game. The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
Number 7.
And he can't hit the second. Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
Now here's Dick. And yep, it's good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Champ lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Champ's got 5 points.
Well, just finding the open man and making sure it's on time and on target. This is who Josh Giddey is.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pirtle against Vucevic. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
It was dealing with the NBA's physical play that was Pirtle's biggest challenge when he came into the league. But he knows how to use his body now to get these calls.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Champ. He's guarded by Barnes. Vucevic gets the bucket.
Well, Vucevic has a great understanding of the pick-and-roll game, and his experience paying off there.
And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. Hits a 3-point game. It's deflected. Outside Levine. Here's Champ. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. He has 7.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
It's stolen. From 9 feet out. Rebound Toronto. Their last encounter in Toronto.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's White. Buries it down low.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
The Raptors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Oh, swiped away. He goes up, and the finish on the break with the slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Champ. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket. Shot is good by Levine. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
And Toronto calls time here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with the head coach, Billy Donovan, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And Toronto has possession. After the basket by Chicago. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Pirtle. Giddey against Mitchell. Now here's Barrett. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Levine. Got a piece of it. Here's Giddey. Here's Champ. He's got 11. Down low. Levine. That one's good. Levine's got his second basket.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Raptors trail by 15. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pirtle against Vucevic. Pirtle, the pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Looking to end the run. Oh, he can't sink it. He's 0 for 3. Bulls leading by 15. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Time called here. The Raptors decide to talk it over. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
Here's Barnes. The Bulls making their last shot. Pass to Mitchell. Over Giddey. Shots blocked.
My goodness, Josh Giddey using every bit of that frame to send that one back.
Clock at 4. From 12 feet.
It's been a struggle for them to get anything to fall. They're amped up on D, contesting everything.
No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Champ can't hit. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 17. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
I really think the nail in the coffin was their missed free throws. That's usually an ominous sign.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
Here's Champ. 11 points in the game, and it's good. 2 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Raptors trail by 19. Outside Barrett. Outside Barnes. To end the drought. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Champ's got his 4th rebound in this one.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and the players union.
Yeah, you know, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them, and some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them.
And so here is Toronto. Chicago making their last shot. Now here's White, guarded by Dick, and there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Dosunmu, he's checked in for Chicago. Here's Champ. 15 points in the game. Levine, that one's good. Levine's got 6.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Now the Raptors with it. Quickly outside. Pass to Mobo. Will it go? Champ with a rebound. Champ's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now Vucevic. Champ passes to Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Van Vliet. Chicago making their last shot. Connects on the foul line jumper.
Well, for a point guard like Fred Van Vliet, you've got to be able to get into the mid-range. It opens up the other aspects of your offense, keeps the defense off balance.
Here's Champ. Vucevic gets the bucket. Give him 8 points now.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Now here's Barnes, coming off a 28-point game against New York.
And not just exerting himself scoring the ball, also showing energy on defense as evidenced by his 3 steals on the game.
And here are the Bulls now, following the bucket by the Raptors. Here's Champ. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Van Vliet finds Barnes. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Here's Levine. From down in the low post, it goes. Levine's got 8.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Barnes feeling it out a bit. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. And so here is Chicago. Here's Levine. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Mobo. Back to Van Vliet. Champ with a rebound. Champ's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Dosunmu. Uses the glass on the layup.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Mobo. After the basket by Chicago. Back to Van Vliet. 5 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Shot to stop the run. And it's Chicago with a board. Champ's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Outside Dick. Pass to Van Vliet. Poke loose. And out of bounds will be Chicago ball. Walker, he's checked in for Vucevic. The Raptors also with a sub. Walter, he's checked in for Dick. Here's Champ. 17 points in the game. Another shot. Oh, what a finish in traffic! My goodness!
They have no answer defensively inside.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Mobo from outside the arc. Rebound by the Bulls.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Champ. Oh, he nails it. 10 for 14 after that one.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Walter can't get it to go. Here's Champ. He's got 21. Dosunmu outside. Here's Champ. Connects from downtown. Champ's got 24 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Here in the first quarter.
Substitution on the court.
And so here is Chicago. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. They get it back. Champ. Banked it in off the glass. He's got 26.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Kobe White out there with Bruce Brown. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Champ in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Outside Barrett. And And the bucket is good. Barrett's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, champ in their last matchup against the 76ers put on a show. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Count it.
I'll tell you guys, sometimes it feels like Bruce Brown prefers to score through contact. He loves those kinds of challenges.
The Raptors have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Pass to Mobo. Mitchell against White. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bulls.
Chicago ball.
Here are the NBA's premier passing teams, the league leaders in assists. Number 1, the Bulls.
The beauty of this offense is that the ball never stops moving. If the shot isn't there, the next pass is made.
Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Pass to Pirtle. And here's Mitchell. Outside Barrett. To stop the run. It's hauled in by White.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You look at Chicago, things stacking up nicely for them so far. Number 1 in their conference and looking formidable. And of course there's Toronto, currently a ways below.
Well, right now for Toronto, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Pass to Pirtle. Now here's Barrett. Champ with a rebound.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Toronto has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And here's Mitchell. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Here's Mobo. Pass to Mitchell. And no good. The dry spell continues.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Brown passes to White. Here's Champ. Toronto grabs the miss. Mobo's got 4 rebounds now. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. From 12 feet. Lets it fly. Tipped. And he recovers it. And that one's long.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Here's Champ. Good on the shot. Champ's got 12 now in this quarter.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
Levine against Barrett. Pass to Mobo to the inside. Here's Pirtle. And again, no good by Toronto. Chicago has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one.
Oh, my God. Look out below. Such a big-time athlete. Levine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Levine's gotten everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 on the night. Dick, the pass to Barrett. On the wing, Mitchell. With the floater. Champ with the rebound. Champ's got his 16th rebound on the night.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. Pass to Mobo. Back to Barrett. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, that's one that could easily go either way. A few mistakes could be the difference. I expect it to be a fun one. I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Who poked away? Barrett against Levine. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Here's Vucevic. Pirtle with some nice D.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity,
2
he
minutes
probably
remaining in the
scores
first
it.
half. 2
Here's
minutes.
Dick. It's good. Dick's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Here's White. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
A minute 35 left in the 2nd quarter. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Mobo. 3-pointer. Chicago with a rebound.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well, hitting his guys right in their spots. Outside Mitchell. Kicks it out to Barrett. 5 on the clock. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. For Chicago, Walker, he's checked in for Vucevic. The Sumu comes in for Zach LaVine. And Giddey's subbed in for Brown. Pass to Champ. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Hits the trifecta.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
It's quickly with a drive. Misses from close range. Out of bounds. The Raptors will take it. Toronto's gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Van Vliet. That one rolls around and rims out. Chicago has gone 5 of 6 from 3-point land so far. Champ. The shot's good. Champ's got 43 points.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Van Vliet with it. They need this. The shot, no good. And so it's the Chicago Bulls making this game a no contest. They
92. The Raptors, 18.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the 2nd. So for Toronto right now, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Davion Mitchell is out there with Grady Dick, and it's Barrett in at the 3 slot. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Levine. Barrett can't hit.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Champ passes to Vucevic, and Vucevic slams it in.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, a legit threat to finish it with authority.
Mitchell against Giddey. Pass to Barnes. Blocked! And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Toronto ball.
And a minute played as the second half gets going.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Here's Champ. And it's good for 2. Champ's got 45 points.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Barnes, drilled from 11 feet out.
You can see the confidence in that jumper building and building for Scotty Barnes.
Champ can't hit.
Oh, he's been doing everything. Hitting the boards, huge game for him thus far.
And it's Mitchell, the miss.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
That one's good for 2. Champ's got 47 points.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Now here's Mitchell. Tight defense on him. Pass to Barnes. Now Grady Dick. Clock at 6. Back to Barnes. Over Giddey. Barnes, no good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. And that one's good. Champ's got 49 in the game.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Now Barnes. Champ with a rebound. The Bulls have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Levine. And another dime for him. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A.
Here's Toronto with the ball. Outside Barnes. Looking to get back on track. Can't get it to drop.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
He got it again. Sensational. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Knocks it loose. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Mitchell against Giddey. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Barnes. Barnes can't get that one to fall.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Pass to Champ. The 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
And here's Dick. It's Barrett on the wing. To snap the cold streak. Chicago grabs the miss. Levine's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Giddey. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. Levine's got his 4th assist in this one. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Dick with it. It's Barrett on the wing. He's covered by Levine. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, Barrett is
the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
For the Bulls,
What's up?
one shot.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
34 seconds left in the third quarter.
Bulls foul.
Toronto making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in.
Personal foul. 15 foul. Into the lineup for the Raptors, Kelly Olynyk.
Now here's Barrett. He's got 11. Outside Dick, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Offensive rebound, Levine. Off with the layup. And here's Dick. Shoots over to Sumu. Misses. And so it's Chicago, showing no mercy and just piling it on. Looking dominant and focused right now. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be right back with you shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Kobe White, and it's Walker in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Here's Morrison. Just 5 on the clock. Olynyk finds quickly. And the foul called on Emmanuel quickly. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Here's Champ. White on the wing. Pass to Champ. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray. Champ's got 57 points.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
Here's Quickly, and there's the drive, and he banks in the layup.
Well, these coaches have told Emmanuel Quickly to be aggressive. Good things happen when he attacks.
Here's Champ. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now, and he comes up with a bucket.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Here's Walter. Pass to Olynyk. There's the 3. And it's Chicago with a board.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Champ. Hits yet again. Wow.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. For Chicago, Smith comes in for Phillips, and it's Brown in for White. And several years ago, the NBA introduced the Supermax. How do you think it's worked out, Doris?
Yeah, I think every decision, Brian, that the league makes is trying to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for a championship. This particular implementation has made it easier for small market teams to retain their stars. And think about it, even if someone signs it and then gets traded, at least those teams get an opportunity to get big draft capital. That's huge.
To the paint. Here's Walker. Yet another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Battle. And it's blocked.
Boy, nice job by Smith. Gets a piece of the ball without committing the foul.
Mitchell's checked in for Toronto.
Davion Mitchell.
Here's Morrison. Pass to Walter. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Brown. Walter can't get it to go. The Bulls have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Here's Champ. Matthews passes to Champ. Fires for 3. Drains the triple.
He got loose from downtown the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Toronto. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Morrison. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. Let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Back to Mitchell. Over to the wing. Here's Morrison. Walker covering. The Raptors need to get off a shot. It's tipped. And he stays with it. Brown with it. Pass to Matthews. Yes. Great play by Walker to set it up. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls?
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Here's Morrison to halt the run. No good. Oh, nice D from Walker. Here's Champ. Soft touch off the glass.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Morrison. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Morrison's gotten 4 this quarter. Here's Champ. Good! That's another bucket!
And that's 70!
He is unconscious. Now Mitchell. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have 2 choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Both teams will make subs. Brown passes to Williams. Good on the bucket.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Well, you look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
Looking to end this cold spell. Giddy with a defensive effort.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Tipped away. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Drives to the hoop. Oh, connects again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Now here's Barnes. Pass to Barrett. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And you look at the development of AI. How might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiation of the next CBA. Truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast.
Toronto's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the 4th. 0 for 4. Quickly passes to Barrett. Back to Quickly. Another steal. Here's Buzelis. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Quickly. There's another block. Making his presence felt on this end.
And just holding down the fort, BA. Anchoring the defense.
Unbelievable performance. He's got a quadruple-double.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Now here's Barnes. He's covered closely. Pass to Barrett. Back to Barnes. Step back and fire. And that one hits the back iron.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
Outside Barrett. And here's Barnes. Dick, the pass to Barnes. Deflected! And stolen by Barrett. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Smith, he's checked in for Williams. Here's Champ. They get it back. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
You know, so quick, so twitchy. Jalen Smith, go ahead.
And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Here's Champ. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, BA, what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Wow, soft touch from Barnes. He's trying to develop the floater game now. I see you, Scotty.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Champ.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
And the Raptors get it back. Here's Barnes. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Pass to Champ. Top of the key. And got it. Another basket.
90 points. A legendary performance.
We will be talking about this one for a long, long time. Good. He hits again.
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on. Quickly passes to Barnes. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Grady Dick. 6 to shoot. Pass to Barnes. Again with the block.
What a defensive performance. 12 blocks.
He is shutting them down right now. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous